At the time of recording this video, I have managed to reach 1,000 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. So I'd first like to thank my friends who have supported me throughout my YouTube journey. Almost all of them have been featured on this channel at some point, so you guys know who you are. I'd then like to thank my subscribers, although I'm pretty sure some of you aren't actually real people, but I'll take it. And finally, I'd like to thank my mom and dad for supporting me as well.
Last but not least, I want to thank me.
So I'd just like to discuss the future of this channel very quickly. Some background context. I didn't start YouTube with any particular goal in mind. It was kind of a hobby and also a practical way to get information across my various gaming groups to help people out with more complex tasks like tactics and strategy. It was only about a year ago that I decided to try and get monetized, not with the intention of making any money. The chances of me getting any good money out of this channel are slim to none. But the overall idea was to see if I could get 1,000 subscribers. About only 8 to 9% of all YouTube channels reach 1,000 subscribers, and even fewer than that get the 3 to 4,000 watch hours needed for monetization. The bulk of my content revolves around War Thunder, and although it did help me get to where I am, the War Thunder niche just doesn't work for me. The overall idea was to put out what my War Thunder squadron was working on that wasn't a real YouTube strategy other than just record what we were doing. My War Thunder squadron was focused around squad tactics and strategy. It was an attempt to prove to the entire community that the idea that teamwork could actually achieve results in War Thunder random matches was possible. And for the most part, my squadron succeeded in that. Even with semi-competent players, so long as there was one person who was willing to step up and lead and put in the work to train and plan through the matches, it was possible to do things that everyone else said was impossible. The problem with creating a YouTube niche around this was that it was too niche. Nobody really cared at that point, and the few who were interested were, well, few. The main successful War Thunder YouTube videos usually had little to do with the teamwork and tactics stuff. People mainly came to watch me solo carry games, which a lot of other people on YouTube do, and most of them do it better than I can. And then came Star Wars, specifically X-Wing. The first video I made about the XWVM mod was done in about 30 minutes, and I did not expect that video to blow up. At this point in time, the X-Wing content performs better than my War Thunder content by several factors. My current intention is to pursue the X-Wing content for as long as that works for two reasons. One, both me and my squadron have pretty much gotten fed up with War Thunder overall. The game is stagnating and it just isn't that fun. I do have enough content for a few more War Thunder videos, but I think I'll just post one or two considering how very few people watch them nowadays. The second reason is that I genuinely enjoy X-Wing, and that combined with the much wider audience just seems like a good idea right now. It probably will die down eventually, but at least I'll have some fun doing it. Some final points I wanted to discuss. Trying to get to this point in YouTube taught me a lot of things. On the technical side, I now know how to do basic editing with both video and audio. Making thumbnails technically can be considered like a low-level graphic design kind of thing, I suppose. But more importantly, I learned a lot about my marketing and human psychology, which I most definitely would never have learned anywhere else. These were all skills and topics that I was never interested in before I started YouTube. And now, whenever I observe media and content, my perspective has been changed permanently. I'm far more capable of critically analyzing things online that previously I would have just ignored. So if there's anybody out there who's, thinking about getting into YouTube, just try it, right? Don't try and think of it like, oh, I want this as like a side gig or a hustle to make money that will become my full-time job. That's not really realistic for most people, especially people like me. But you can get quite a lot of things out of it if you try. You don't need to reach 1,000 subs or the 3K 4 watch hours or whatever, but just having a look into it and just going through the motions can teach you quite a lot of things. But anyways, that's all for this video. New X-Wing content is in the works, so take care folks, and I'll see you next time.